In this video, it's time to start doing some oil changes. Ellie needs an oil change. Myrtle needs an oil change. Really Tuck up the back does, but I haven't got a service kit for her. Tuck's going to have to wait. And Show Me the Charade needs an oil change. Desperately. Meanwhile, the tidying continues. Yet more cardboard. So much cardboard in here. No wonder the rats and mice love it.
No, I think we're okay on that score.
Yeah, we've got a bit of rubbish to get rid of.
A little bit of rubbish?
A little bit. But, you know, there's some organisation going on. There's some floor visible.
There is a lot of... Don't belittle it.
There's days of work here.
Crates.
Car-specific crates?
Yeah. As in, that's not a jumble of different cars. That is a specific car in each crate.
Yep. Sorry, you were just saying, dear.
Okay, auto jumble.
Auto jumble.
Yeah, it's apart from your work.
This isn't. This is something I need to put to the test. We've been sent some Owatrol plastic refurbishment stuff. They do various things.
Plastic, you say?
Yeah, like a schmart.
Like a schmurt. We have one of
Yeah.
those.
Also, Myrtle has some plastic bits which need rejuvenating.
Smart has more.
Smart has more. I mean, you're nowhere near me and you haven't got a mic on now.
Come closer. Tools.
Tools.
Here to be put away.
Put away.
Put away. Chemicals need to be gone through. I've just put them there, whether they're full or they're empty, they need going through. This is a box of Jaguar.
Yes, when I was doing Classic Jaguar magazine, for some reason I got sent all this old archive material. This is stuff from Jaguar World from like years ago.
Look.
Oh, so what year is that? 2003 highlights. Oh, there's stuff falling out everywhere. Yeah, look at that, very lovely picture. Monza with a Mark II Jag. Maybe they were doing some racing, saloon car racing. I have no idea. No. All this stuff really needs to go.
Wow.
Yeah, Mark II. There's all sorts of historic stuff here, but we have no idea what the rights are to most of this.
It's going to be time when we've tidied everything and when we've sold stuff. This will be next because I think this box is very interesting.
It is very interesting.
Not just a Jaguar, I think it's very interesting. So that's why I put it safely to one side.
I have to speak to the publisher and see if they want that back. Oh well, did you find an FSO Polonaise?
Yeah, I did.
We got a lovely collection of model cars. Anyway, none of this is an oil change.
No,
Let's go and do that. I've just heroically gone to the shops to get more bin bags, which gave a perfect opportunity to warm the oil. Very essential task. So now I need to get the oil draining, and I really need to do valve clearances. This is still the gifted engine, not gifted, loaned engine from Sparrow Automotive, he of 720s and BMW engine conversion fame. So I need to look after his engine. So we're going to do an oil change on it, because even though we've rebuilt the 652, at the moment tidying up is the focus. We don't want to be getting into doing engine swaps just at the moment. And besides, Ellie's running very, very nicely on this borrowed engine. So it's lovely. 30 horsepower on the ramp down at Kitches. I wonder if part of that is because it's got a reduced blade fan. Pete is a big exponent of those. I wouldn't have wanted one when I was driving in 40-degree heat across France when we were on our way to the 2CV World meeting in 2019. But here in very, very chilly, it seems, Wales, 4 or 5 blades, I can't remember. I think possibly 3 have been removed. And yeah, it gives a little more power for a tiny amount less cooling.
There's another fan somewhere that's shows the removed fan. What's it?
Oh, well maybe that's Pete's fan then. Why isn't that on the engine? Yeah, that's had fan blades removed. I thought that fan was on. Maybe it's not that then. Mysterious. Mysterious. Front wings are off. Oil is drained. Now going to take the rocker covers off and we'll check the valve clearances. So make sure everything is tickety-boo. This is a good time to rust proof your chassis and get oil absolutely everywhere. Okay, take this little 12mm bolt off and the cover should come off and most of the oil has come out. Never over tighten these. If you do, what you do is you pull the top of the cover into the valve gear, which I did the first time I ever did this job. Looks like we've got the Burton gaskets on, so that's good. Improved gasket, so hopefully everything will stay dry once we're done. Alright, valve clearance is pretty easy. Lock nut there, that's your adjuster, and we'll get the other side off, we'll go around and we'll check all the clearances. A top tip someone once gave me, Ken Hanna, who knows an awful lot about 2CVs, more than I'll ever forget, is to put a 10mm spanner, that looks like one, yep, if you put it on here, it exaggerates the movement of the valve, so you can see when you're definitely at the right point to check. Temporary pause because I have no idea where my feeler gauges are. There are 2 sets in here floating around. I seem to remember one's gone rusty. It may be time to invest in a new set of feeler gauges, so we will be back. We're a few days further on because I could not find my feeler gauges and I had to buy some new ones. Apparently I need to adjust these up. These are a bit loose, I'm going to say. So we're going to set about valve timing. On a 2CV you check the opposites. There's no rule of 9 or anything as complicated as that. When one inlet valve is in, you check the opposite inlet valve. When the exhaust is in, you check the opposite exhaust. So really quite simple. So I'm going to set about doing that. I'm going to run the gaps at 0.2 inlet, 0.25 exhaust. Originally the setting was 0.15 inlet and 0.2 exhaust, all in mil because French. But we find with unleaded fuel it's better to just give that tappet clearance a bit more space, and it just seems to work better. The racers go even further, they like a really loud tappet, but I shall set about doing that now. We haven't put any oil in the engine yet, and I've left my microphone at home, which is why I'm a bit quieter. So yeah, I'm just going to crack on. Mega easy to turn the engine over, of course, because it comes with a starting handle. So I'm going to start, actually we'll see which one moves first, shall we? That's the exhaust valve, this side is going in. And if I put my exaggeration screwdriver in place, let's just readjust the camera. And if I bring you here, it might be a better angle, the screwdriver just exaggerates, or the spanner rather, exaggerates the movement. So now we check the exhaust, 0.25 mil. Got my 2 feelers ready. The gold one is 0.25. So we're going to check that over here. Sorry I can't give you a good view. That is a slightly loose sliding fit, but I'm going to call that good enough. So now we're going to put the spanner on the other side and I'll wait for the inlet to open up. Now it starts going. That's it, stopped. So inlet 0.2. Oh, that is a slippy fit, so I can easily do that with it. You want a bit of drag on the feeler gauge. Turn the engine to until the other exhaust is down. So now we check this exhaust, and that's perhaps a little bit loose again. The way I like to sort of do it, if you can slot it in and then let go, will the feeler gauges fall out? And yeah, there's not really anything on that, so I'm just going to tweak that one. So we undo this lock nut here. That's quite tight, that's well locked. And then we keep that on the nut. Oh, that's pulling all sorts of credit now, we don't want that. And you've got this threaded adjuster here. So actually that will move slightly. Put 25 back in. And I'll turn until that's gripping. There you go. Nice sliding fit is what we're after. Then the tricky bit is holding that in the right place while you do up the lock nut. Yeah, that's tight again, but we go back and we check the fitment a second time, and yeah, nice sliding fit. Now to do the inlet, and we're done. So with that done, we can refit these rocker covers. So you just do the nut up. A good rule is to go as tight as you can and then get the right spanner. One full turn from there. Like I say, any more and you can actually start deforming the rocker cover until it hits the valve gear, and that's considered undesirable. I've overfilled the oil because we've got to fill both the oil filter and the rocker covers. You lose a certain amount of oil every time you take the rocker covers off because it just drops out. Horizontal engine. So we're going to fire up the engine, and it might take a couple of runs. I don't mind if she conks out because we've got to build the old oil pressure first. There we go, oil pressure achieved. Let's give her a very short run, sounds much quieter, and we'll check the oil again before we consider the job jobbed. Right, oil level checked, let's run her up again. Leave you outside this time. Sweet. Lovely. I think we'll just run her up to temperature, make sure there's no leaks from either of the rocker covers, and all should be good. Going to run out of time. I'm going to go and get the boy. The boy's at Cambrian Classic learning how to tinker properly, so I need to go and collect him, which I'm doing in the Smart, because summer has finally arrived and the Smart with a roof off seems the perfect vehicle. But there we go. We still got more oil changes to do. We need to do a charade as well, but I'm not sure it's exciting enough to film. Nonetheless, Ellie sounds good and ready, hopefully, for Pendine Sands this weekend. We want to go down and watch the hot rod racing. It should be good fun. I think Ellie is probably the steed for that job. We were going to take Betty, but then we realised when we take Betty to beaches, Betty gets stuck. So I think Ellie's going to get the nod. So tomorrow I'll be in to button up the bodywork, put it back together, because that's less than ideal, and we'll be on our way. Well, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget you can head to the HubNut store and buy lovely merchandise, and we're doing a special sticker deal at the moment. You can get 5 random stickers for a £5. We don't know what you get, you don't know what you'll get. Could be fridge magnets, could be stickers, bit of a bundle deal. So head to the website hubnut.org to check that out, or get your tools t-shirts in blue, black or red. Very fetching. Bye. Oh, I need to get that choke in.